Welcome to a special yours truly cooking. It's Friday, 12:58 p.m. We're gonna be cooking some lunch on a budget for yours truly. We're gonna have a little bit of a lunch, and of course, it's gonna be on a budget. Lunch. I'm gonna cook some slow cooking for tonight and for the Sabbath to have food for the weekend. Yours truly, thank you, farmers from Quebec to Canada, North America, throughout the collective North American civilization. Yours truly, Adrian Dragan, independent artist, independent athlete, independent activist. We're gonna be listening to some beats. Nico on the beat. Yours truly is not only a philosopher, a geopolitical analyst and theorist, a great geopolitical analyst and theorist and dancer and athlete and activist and world peace advocate and independent psychological analyst and theorist and independent sexual analyst and theorist and psychosexual go hand in hand together. And universal spiritual teaching student, yes, universal spiritual teaching student, a universal spiritual teaching student. Many past lives, many incarnation, right here from Hawk Island, Montreal. De l'île de Montréal, en direct en bilingue, on va cuisiner avec le dragon arc-en-ciel. We're gonna do a little bit of cooking, a little bit of bilingual, because in Hawk Island, Montreal, North America, Canada, Quebec, we are, of course, mostly bilingual. We speak French and English, English and French. Sometimes we switch from the one to the other. Yours truly, North American philosopher here, inviting, calling all willing, loving to support my dream manifesting as the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom for world peace. Pour la paix mondiale, votre dragon arc-en-ciel de la belle province, on va cuisiner quelque chose de très bon, something very good on this cooking event, which is truly special event under the stars. This Hawk Island, Montreal, Quebec is going to be a rock and roll dancing, a little bit of maybe busting a rap, as I am a hobby rap. Rapping is a hobby, rapping is a therapy, rapping is medicine, rapping is my hobby, medicine and therapy, as well as working out, training and exercise. And of course, independent fitness captain, lost more than 77 pounds, still going, gonna probably work out, train later after this 4 or 5 p.m., whatever in the p.m., maybe 5 p.m., whatever it is today, and then shower up and get ready for the Sabbath of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, which begins at midnight tonight. So got a lot of work to do today, answering emails, sending to business for business, because yes, I'm living in a financial crisis. I'm broke, but my work is gold. I'm broke, but my work is gold. I'm broke, but my work is gold. Welcome in the lair of the dragon. Bienvenue dans la grotte du dragon arc-en-ciel de la belle province, avec constamment donnez-vous un câlin comme jamais avant. Please increase in hygiene in public. Wash your hands when you step outside of your private domain. Of course, for my private domain, I share with the public, of course, a lot. Everything in philosophy, working out, training, and exercising. Yeah, not the best video quality, but I work with what I got the tools, what I got the tools, what I got the philosophy is the body is a temple for pleasure and purpose, and I'm thankful, grateful. I'm going to thank the farmers from Quebec, Canada, North America, to North America for food security. Please call it a heart to the multi-billionaires this holiday season, which is going to be a tough season for, of course, many of us, including myself. But I'm used to tough times, so probably not going to be that tough for me. I'm used to very years of tough time. Been depressed, been suicidal. I've conquered depression. Have, of course, conquered depression. And during this COVID, I've been healing a lot, doing a lot of reading and reassessing, of course, my philosophies and theories, and of course, proponing them and putting them online, and all the online work I do. And of course, I'm triple vaccinated, open for business. Yours truly, 24/7. With sometimes snore, we got arrest. But yes, there's some parts of my work which are very serious, very direct, straightforward. Some are more philosophical, as yours truly. This rainbow dragon has confluence of energies and forces, as we are the multi-dimensional beings. And of course, I'm not perfect, far from it. Do not play the self-righteous game. I get moody, I get upset, I get lustful, I got questions, so many things I don't know in a parallel life. I am a scientist in a parallel life. I'm a scientist where satellites, supercomputers, ICBM rockets, and all the things with microchips and tech and fiber optics, everything about to do with science, technology, and innovation. I rock and roll that, as I rock and roll, rap, workout, train, exercise. Best independent athlete, and artist and activist. Of course, I've been through a lot of XYZs, depressed, suicidal. One foot on the streets, one foot on the libraries for a few years, one foot on the streets, the other foot in the libraries, a few years, and one foot in the streets, the other foot in the libraries. But of course, I am open for business, and I am for the greater good, with all the admittance that I have some issues, have some vices, have some lust. I'm, of course, rainbow, part of the LGBTQ community. I've been in the open for many years, more more than 7 years now, so that's not a biggie for me to say that, of course, that I am, because I've been in the open for many years now, part of the LGBTQ, androgynous, pansexual, yours truly, man, female, female, man, yours truly, Rainbow Dragon, Adrian Hannah Dragon, was being reborn during this COVID. And of course, I am calling on the athletes, because there are many who are multi-millionaires, of course, who is not Kal Nassib is not the only one, of course, in the NFL and in the NBA and in the NHL. We don't have even one in the who's in the open in the NBA that I know of, or in the NHL. Correct me if I'm wrong, but not even one in the NFL. It took so many decades. Some came afterwards, right? So imagine if I would have been going into sports and athleticism and become an athlete and in whatever sport. Of course, I suck at basketball, so I would have crossed out basketball. Hockey can't skate, but can't break, so crossed over hockey. Maybe some football, or have been able to play some good defense or even some offensive plays, some good offense, defense, play both ways, as you can attest from my many workouts, hundreds of workouts. But anyways, it would have been what it would have been if I would have been in the closet, and not be true, even if I for that money, right? Because I've lost economic, financial, commercial opportunity and continuance and checks. So blessing due to being LGBTQ, but I move forward. And family, I got my sister. Family, I got my sister. I got my sister for many, many years. And if I make a million, I'm gonna give her half. If I make a million, I'm gonna give her half. If I do make a million, I'm gonna give her half. So that's the deal. If I make a billion, I'm gonna give her half. If I make a trillion, I'm gonna give her half. And XYZ, and he's the one that I want to see. Trust the generals to live the sword of freedom in the NATO, all those salute NATO troops, and of course calling all for the public-private partnership, which is the Dragan army, which I'm calling for all to support morally, ethically, and financially in whatever ways on the net, XYZ ways, with hugs, kisses, and push-ups and rainbows to do that. Because it is love is action, love is action. I want to be loved and I want to love, and in my kingdom it will be lots of loving. Love is also action, because it requires action. For my own healing, action has been required, changing habits, some discipline, some changing some actions, some habits. And yes, I put, for example, I'll give straightforward and direct one habits, which I did is, of course, pornography. Yes, I do still watch it, but during the Sabbath only. So for the past weeks and months, even has been gonna close to be a year now, maybe this November has already been a year. So I've been stuck into that routine. I said, well, I'm not gonna deny myself fantasizing, and I got imagination and creativity and lust, of course. The body for me is holy, sacred, and divine. And how do we invest? How do I invest in the body? By working out, training, exercising, and baths and hygiene. Please wash your hands and wash your body. Take care of your body. This is a holy thing, especially for us LGBTQ. For LGBTQ, just consent and hygiene is the most important thing. Consent and hygiene is the most important. Consent and hygiene is the most important. I get dirty, but I get back clean. I get dirty, but I get back clean. I get dirty, but get back clean. Royal Regal Lofty. So that's I relegated to only watching pornography during the weekends, from Friday midnight, when the Sabbath of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom commences, until Sunday after 3 p.m. So it's about 44 hours. It's a whole weekend. So in my kingdom, my dream, my kingdom, it will be Pride Parade every weekend. It will be Pride Parade every weekend. It will be Pride Parade every weekend, of course, not just once a year. But anyways, right here, financially struggling, open for business. I'm gonna check a test. Gonna go later on. Gonna write some more emails, some more, see if I open some business, because I have my ideas, and I do firmly believe, with all the imperfections and the flaws of character, and of course the moodiness, the XYZ factors of my rainbow ways, which sometimes are cloudy and stormy, and so we have our emotions and feelings and subconscious elements, because when I say that equation, yes, 2 + 2 = 4, and in a parallel life I designed satellites, and this one, philosophy, theory, calling for the implementation of my theory, and my, of course, equation is 2 + 2 = 4. But that doesn't mean, I do not write that equation in only black, or only white, or only red, my favorite color, or only one color, green, the color of the Dancing Goddess army. I write it in all the colors of the rainbow. 2, I write it in red, plus I write it in black and in white, and the other 2 I write it in purple, or red, or green, or whatever the color is. And the equal, you can write one line black, the other white, and the 4 you can write in 4 colors. Each line, 4 has 1, 2, 3 lines. You can write one in orange, the other in purple, and the other you can write it in violet or pink. We can, and I do, write the equation 2 + 2 = 4 with the rainbow, all the colors of the rainbow, plus the black and the white, plus the black and the white, plus the black and the white in the rainbow. So that meaning that emotions, feelings, the irrational are part of us. They move us sometimes in ways that we are not fully aware of or can detect. We have subconscious biases. We have X, Y, Z, all sorts of things from our residues from the 20th century as we're moving towards becoming a humanity which is trying to, this experiment called freedom, seven holy letter words. When I say in my spiritual teachings, goddess, Godds, goddess, some people, goddess. When we say God, 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 God 7 times, I gotta go say goddess, 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 goddess 7 times. I got tattooed freedom there. What would freedom mean? Freedom gotta be insured. And I admit, to lift the sword of freedom with my tiny hands, tiny feet, tiny little androgynous scar clit dick, I can't by my solo. I will need the help of my sister, and I'm a sister. Perhaps she can lift it by herself. It's something which is dangerous still. It's freedom is a new thing, in this world. It's how do we deal with the past, with the histories? What are we liable for? What are we guilty for? I could You've been perhaps guilty of mouth, got a big mouth. Only thing I got big maybe is this mouth. I got tiny hands, tiny feet, tiny little dicklet. Now that we got that out of the way, maybe I'm gonna call all to the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom for the implementation of my Trinity of theories, death through fusion theory, the DRT and the CIT, and then of course the democratic fusion theory. I'm calling for the implementation of this Trinity of theories via the fourth dimension, love, and that love from Quebec, North America, Canada, for the collective North American civilization. As a geopolitical analyst and theorist, I of course have my teachings that we constitute in North America, as I am Quebec Canadian North America, that we constitute a collective North American civilization, not fully divorced from Western civilization or from the rest of the world, of course, as I am a world peace advocate, but we have unique characteristics and dimensions of this North American collective civilization, right? We have these unique dimensions of this North American collective civilization. So these unique dimensions express themselves geographically. The fact that we have two oceans, that way is the east, that way is the Atlantic, that way is the Pacific, that way is the west, and we have social, cultural, financial, and of course infrastructure ties that constitute us since the Second World War, that this North American collective civilization has arisen. So implement my Trinity of theories is what I'm calling all for the public-private partnership to create the two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions of the international citizen integrated social security and service force, the Dragon Army to be for security and service, and the international integrated dancing, the dancing goddess army to be for pleasure and purpose, for the environment and for pleasure. So the debt refusion theory is basically taking all the debt, and since the US dollar is still the international financial currency of exchange, we're going to convert all the debt of Canada, Mexico, and beyond, of course, and convert it into US dollars and create the UE. The UE, what I call the Universal Exchange Unit, the Universal Exchange Unit, preferably by biometrics. The hand, the voice are unique biometric identifiers. So this is the public-private partnership, and I'm going to start cooking. First, the compost. First, we're going to tie the hair. Nico on the beat. Nico on the beat. Shout out to Nico on the beat, the best instrumental beat maker out there, best among the best. I love Nico, love Nico, love Nico. And can work out, rap, train, do the cooking on these. For louder, louder. Gonna cook on a budget, rock and roll it, dice we called it. Hotter, hotter rocket, pop it, kiss it, drop it, dragging on the beat regardless. Would I may not what about it? Bout, clout, 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 shout, shout, shout. Kiss the carrots, kiss the peas, kiss the potatoes on the knees, kiss the farmers, kiss the truckers and the butchers and the bakers and the stores, groceries, yeah. For that food security, for that liberty, for that, yeah, give it that ass, Miami. Break it down, you see, so I can see some booty, so I can see some loot me, so I can see some hug this, unhug that. In the paradise, throw the dice, yep. Gonna wash the hands, gonna wash the hands, gotta wash the hands. Gonna wash the hands with some soap, 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 with a rope, oh, oh. Oh, I got some, gotta wash something in the sink. Give me some melody, give me some harmony, give me some music, give me some whistle, roll it, so I can smoke it, cracky, cracky, so I can drop it, lock it. Everybody gotta eat, even Wall Street. That's a fact, lip. That's a fact, clit. On the docks, spitting on the lip, spitting on the freeze. Hotter than the fire, go to sun desire, yes, sire. And now we're gonna dry the hands, and I got compost. I set up the compost since I will be needing to set up compost for the environment, and gonna need some paper. Gonna be back. I'm gonna put some paper in the compost. Like that. And another paper. I'm gonna put it two papers on the bottom. Because if it's compost that is wet, I don't want it to touch the compost bin. So I make sure that it is this is what it is. And first I'm gonna do my lunch, but I'm gonna set it up. So I need this. I need a knife. Oh, listen to this beat. Nico on the beat. Dragon rap on the fire, spit it up. Yes, sire, yes, sire. Getting higher, higher. Gotta cook. And the slow cooker. I'm gonna need. I'm gonna go see if I have a can of tuna. No tuna can, but I add some lentils to the slow cooker, and I found a can of sardines. So it's gonna be with sardines. Sardines. And we're gonna need a special ingredient. Thank you, farmers, for the coffee. Grateful for the coffee. Rent's paid. Grateful, thankful. Rent's paid. Electricity bill is paid, and got this cup of coffee. And found the garlic, so I'm gonna add this garlic. Holy garlic, holy garlic. Holy garlic, holy garlic. Alcoholics on the trolleys, they big booties, then they shoot licks, then they shoot kiss. I say what? Flips, flips, flips the script, pour the sandwich up in the burger lick. Nico on the beat, I love it. And we're gonna go do some more. And I got this creamy coleslaw salad, which I gotta. So I'm gonna make myself the lunch first. So I'm gonna mix the coleslaw, creamy coleslaw, in here. Listen to this beat when they drop up in the knees, when they drop up in the rocket freeze. I see BMs, rockets, NATO troops. We salute NATO troops. We salute NATO troops. Kissing, hugging, making up regardless. Rainbow loops on the hula hoops with the rainbow troops. With a rainbow fire, radiate up with a sire, sire, higher. Street cars, name the pliers, name the fires dyers, name them liars. And we go like this. Put the coleslaw, put 3 scoops. Let me taste it. Mm. Quebec product, Montreal. Really good. And I got a little tiny bun. Thank you for those bringing food security. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put this into tiny pieces. It's a piece of bread. Just gonna spread it around with a coleslaw. Right? Coleslaw. Ah, it smells good. Bread, bread, bread. Thank you, farmers, butchers, bakers, truckers, nurses, doctors, construction workers. Thank you, farmers from Quebec, Canada, North America, for the food, for the bread. Bakers, bakers, bakers. butchers, bakers, who's making sandwiches, all involved in the production and distribution of food. Food security is holy because everybody got to eat, even Wall Street. And yours truly, independent athlete, independent artist, independent activist. From this HAWK Hawk Island, Montreal. Grateful, thankful for today. Carpe diem it every day. Love is action, love is action, love is action. And I love yours truly, Dragan became Dragan, Dragan became Dragan, Dragan became Dragan. Not because of a surname, because of blood, sweat, and tears effort doing my own workout training program, of which have, of course, done 300 sessions, of course. We have performed officially 300 session 29th of September 2022. I've done 300 of my own workout program in a small underground room of some temple, celebrating on a budget still until December 25th. The accomplishment of having turned that A in my surname into an O. I've been on my own for many, many years. I got for a few years my sister, and on my sister, if I make a million, I'm gonna give her half. If I make a billion, I'm gonna give her half. If I make a trillion, I'm gonna give her half. And she deserves millions and billions, and she's got the best, hardest, most powerful voice I ever heard. My anonymous sister, and teaches English the best. And if somebody gonna live the sword of freedom, is gonna be my anonymous sister, not the General of NATO, Mr. Stolberg, Mr. Stolberg, Mr. Stolberg. Too many interjections when you speak a paragraph. You can, if you know what I mean, brother. God love for you, brother, but you better say to those NATO troops, we love you. Every night, make love tonight with consent. Make love tonight with consent. Otherwise, what are we fighting to save civilization for? I am following no orders from no general who doesn't say to the troops, love you, love you, love you. Make love tonight with consent. Kiss with consent. Hug with consent. Hug like you never hugged before. That's the West Side LOV. And we got two ingredients now mixed. Investissez dans le dragon arc-en-ciel, investissez dans le dragon arc-en-ciel, investissez dans le dragon arc-en-ciel. Blah, 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 blah. And the sardines. And that's it, three ingredients lunch on a budget. Cost estimated, sardines were, I think I got these on special at about $1. It's about $1.56, 156, $1.56 Canadian dollars. I'm just gonna drain the sauce. I'm gonna put hot water to drain it, and I'm gonna put the sardines in. This I'm gonna rinse. This I'm gonna take immediately for recycling, recycling, recycling. Be back, be back, be back. And gonna mix the sardines, the coleslaw salad. Oh, one more ingredient I gotta put maybe. Maybe not. Just gonna crush so it's little tiny pieces. I want small pieces of each so that they mix well, so that it's, and when I take a spoon, it's gonna be a bite of each. That's it, three ingredients lunch. I was gonna add some mayo, but this is it. First time I eat small pieces of bread, sardines crushed, 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 and a coleslaw salad. I never made this before. So it's a little bit of experimental on a budget. Hey, this is lunch on a budget. Small pieces of bread, one small piece of bread like this, crushed into tiny pieces as you saw, and sardines, a can of sardines, crushed, tiny pieces, and mixed. So it mixes all the pieces and all the sardines, and it mixes so it's spread well around. So there's no big pieces, neither of bread, neither of sardines. See? nutritious for independent athlete, fitness captain. I'm gonna bless it. Put it there to eat it after this video. Not bad. And I'm gonna wash the hands again. Hot water. And now to the main event. Cooking with yours truly, Rainbow Dragon. And Nico on the beat. This is the slow cooker. It's gonna be cooking slowly for about 11 hours until past midnight. So it's gonna be eaten until night after midnight and 3 a.m. in the morning or tomorrow morning. I'm gonna rinse this because there's sometimes dust inside. So my advice is to rinse it. Rinse it and gonna put some. Thank you to my anonymous sister for this filter. Thank you to my anonymous sister for this filter. Thank you to my anonymous sister for providing a filter that I can drink cleaner, pure, healthy water. Maybe if I make a meal, I'm gonna give her half. And I'm gonna put it there. We're gonna put some more water to filter. In the filter. Water. Water to filter with no filters. Filter, filler, fill me, fill me, fill me, fill me. Nope. English language sentence. You the film, who's the got the bills. Who's the got the thrills, the chills? Who's the got the pills, the reels? Who's the got the deal, the feels? And I was gonna filter, and this is what I got. I got carrots. Thank you, farmers from Quebec. These are Quebec carrots, Canadian carrots from North America carrots. Got carrots, got a garlic, got a big onion, hut. And got beef. And got leeks. Leak, yeah, leaking. Who's leaking? Who's leaking? Who's leaking? Who's leaking? Who's leaking? Who's the king? Who's licking king? Who's the king of licking licks? Who's the king of licking kicks? Who's the king of licker licks? Lentils. Whoop. Hut. So we're gonna start with, we need a peeler. The peeler. Not a pill, a peeler. Working out, training, exercising, rapping is my therapy. And hygiene, taking a bath, and kissing and hugging, and massaging and licking feet. Where's the peeler? Oh, there it is. Peeler. Peeler. Food up on the deal, food up on the meal. Everybody gotta eat. Even gangsters on the block, you gotta eat that sandwich, not sandwich logs. Wall Street gotta eat. Yep. Rappers gotta eat. Yeah. Teachers gotta eat. Truckers gotta eat. Please, strippers, strip clubs, give a discount to the farmers and the truckers and the butchers. That's my call to the strip clubs. Give a discount. And we're gonna peel and we're gonna cut with these two. And maybe this. So ready to start. Gonna wait for the water. We're gonna pour the water up. I'm not gonna start it yet until I get the water. Until the water is, and then I can pour. But I can start chopping. Start with a carrot. So it's all gonna be peeled and chopped. Peeled and chopped. And washed. I just forgot to bring the. I'm gonna add some spaghettis. And the spices, hot, and the spaghetti. Thank you for these spaghettis, the farmers, because it comes from the wheat, right? The main ingredient in making pasta is wheat. The main ingredient, of course, in pasta is, of course, the wheat. The reason I'm going to add is basically because I want to have noodles and have the pasta mix. So this is going to be the last ingredient to add. I'm going to put it here, put it right here. There we go. We got a carrot already. We got a beet. Put it a beets. I love beets. You look when you peel them, they look like rubies. A Scorpio gem. Right? Ruby is a Scorpio gem. They're gonna have to be peeled good. Ruby, see? Ruby. Water doobie screw me, water through me flew by me. Flew dicey, iced tea. Gotta cut the beats on the beat, Nico on the beat. Gotta cut a beat, cut a beat, cut a beat. Cutting a beat. Is he cutting a beat, Nico on the beat right now? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. With that trippy with the cookie, yeah, the strippers love me. Yeah, the strip. I love the nurses and the farmers and the doctors and the butchers and the construction workers and those farmers farming up. Everybody gotta eat, even those strippers. I gotta feed the babies on the lot, get back lean on the block. Got a carrot, gonna peel it. What else? We got an onion. On this beat, I gotta see the name. I gotta rap tonight live on Instagram. I'm gonna rap tonight live on Instagram on this beat. Oh wow. Oh yeah. Wow. Give me give me hot. Give me dudes. Give me screws. Give me loops. Give me flues with the flues up in the Monday her. Oh bigger. Bigger Lua score. Got a voicing up in the ear, sneaker, leaner, Maradona, leaner up in this. Brittany, that's the fever up, fever scoot up in like the cement on the blocks, like the acacia trees up in the jungle, like a rumble, like a thunder screws the pyramids loose, who the pyramids boost, who the pyramids loop, who the pyramids cruise. Cool. This beat just wow, wow, wow. Mystic. Wow. That was really, really, really amazing.